DJDUBL.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's DJDUBL. This right here is DJDUBLTV, and we're about to get into another review, which of course you already know that because you've clicked on this video to watch it. Today has been an amazing day for UK hip-hop in particular. You might already have seen the review for Fredo's Money Can't Buy Happiness album, which was the last review we did. Today, now running through the brand new mixtape from Chip, which is called Snakes and Ladders. I'm always kind of skeptical when an artist of Chip's caliber drops a project and calls it a mixtape instead of an album. My personal opinion is these days, if an artist is dropping a major project and they're calling it a mixtape, it's because they might be a bit nervous about the kind of numbers it will do, and if it doesn't chart or if it doesn't perform the way they want it to, then it just means the album hasn't flopped, the mixtape was just put out there however they wanted it to be. However, I have got high hopes for this one today, and I'll explain why very shortly. In case it's your first time watching a DJDUBL review of a project, we do this interactively. So what that means is me and you listen to the album at exactly the same time, and the way that happens is this. In the description, there is a link to listen to the album. You can click on that link and choose to listen to the mixtape on your preferred platform, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Google, however you want to listen to it. The link is right down there. So load the project up right now and we listen through it together. So basically, every time you see this symbol pop up, you pause this video, go over to the project, listen to the song that we're talking about. When the song finishes, come back to this video, unpause it, and you're going to hear my thoughts on the project. What you can also do to make it even more interactive is down in the comments, let me know your thoughts on the songs, features, my opinions, everything we talk about during this whole entire video. If you have an opinion, whether it's the same or different to mine, chuck it down in the comments and we can get interactive that way as well. We can have a proper conversation about the whole thing. So Chip's brand new project is called Snakes and Ladders, as I mentioned. It's a 21 track project, which means this has potential for being quite a long video. Usually, if I'm honest, I hate it when artists put out long projects now. 20 plus tracks in my opinion is a bit too much, but with Chip being such a versatile artist as he is, he's got grime covered, he's got rap covered, he probably can do drill, though I can't actually recall hearing him on a drill track now and saying it out loud. But it wouldn't surprise me if there was one drill beat on there. And of course, we already know he can do dancehall as well. And I do know there's a freestyle on the project too. His Daily Duppy is track number 21. So given Chip's versatility and the fact that he doesn't run out of bars, I'm actually pretty excited to hear every single one of these songs. Looking through the list of features as well, it's quite an impressive list. He's got Kidda Kuds, he's got JME, Dizzy Rascal, Bugsy Malone, he's got Heady One, Mo Stack's in there, Movado's in there, Tia Savage is in there, Parker Agill, Asia, he's got Young Ads, Young MA, he's got D Block Europe, he's got Styler G and Hailey from Western, he's got Dirtbike LB. That is a good range of features. Definitely expected to see a Skepta feature on there, if I'm honest. Early last year, Skepta, Chip and Young Ads dropped a project together. They dropped that whole album. So I'm surprised to not see Skepta in there, but still, it is what it is. 21 tracks, a whole heap of features. What I reckon will probably be about an hour and 10 minutes worth of sick music. Chip, Snakes and Ladders mixtape. Let's get into track number 1. The beat straight away is there's a lot going on with the beat. At first I wasn't quite sure if I could catch the beat there, but nah, once the tempo was going, like, it was a nice pace. I like the pace of it. Produced by Parker Agill and M1. I'm presuming that that's M1 on the beat, but it just says M1. It doesn't say M1 on the beat. So it might not be the M1 on the beat that we know. I'm going to have to find that out. But right now I'm not finding that out. Bad journalism, I know. But yeah, I like it. There's structure to it. There's chorus. And you know I love some structure and I love a chorus every now and then. I like the sample that was used. That for me feels like an introduction. It kind of feels like a get ready because we're about to go on a run. But this is just a warm up. Right now we're just jogging. Generally the stuff that he's saying throughout it is kind of just what I call like boasty rap basically. Is I'm the greatest, you're not. put downs for other people. I don't think it's aimed at anyone. Stuff like you stole your flow, you ain't no goat, man, you a sheep. If I take a shot, I won't miss. Sold out show on stage, you look stiff. Which artist sold out shows? Who looks stiff on the stage? I don't know if that's aimed at anyone specifically. I think it's just general rappers firing shots and let's see who the strays hit, basically. In this song, Chip even mentions the versatility as well, which is what I was saying at the start about the fact that I like Chip as a versatile artist. That's a really great introduction to the project. So track number 2 is called Allow It, produced by Cardo.
I ain't in a crew with no MC whack, I do this thing by myself. You ever been out in a group got...
That song right there is a statement. Chip is telling the haters, I am the best. No one can chat to me. I am the #1 guy. That's what he's saying in that song. I'm not a massive fan of the beat, but it suited the topic, if that makes sense. Actually, that beat couldn't have been anything else. It was dirty, it was grimy, the tempo was correct, and it was very minimalistic. But what that did do is make me focus on what Chip was saying, like specifically word for word what he's saying. The clarity is there. There's one thing that the elite UK rappers have in common, and it's the clarity when they are recording. There's no pulling it back to see what they said because I wasn't sure what that word was. Like, they are very, very clear when they speak. And so for up and coming artists, I want to throw that tip out there. Make sure your clarity is on point. When you're riding a beat, make sure every word comes through perfectly. I don't want to hear about this kid is cold when these times I'm nearly 30. I think Chip is 30 now, actually. So this was obviously recorded before his 30th. He's basically saying the only person that can chat to Chip is Chip. That's what he's saying here. I didn't really expect anything less, to be honest. I knew something like this would be on the tape because so many people challenge him and he's been in so many different beefs that it had to come up. It had to be a thing. Track number 3, which is called See Through. This one's going to be like an Afrobeats type vibe, I think, which is where the versatility is going to shine through. Track number 3, featuring Kid Akuds, See Through. When rap and Afrobeats combine, I feel like at the moment it's one of my favourite things when UK rappers do this. Another great example of that is Skepta and Wizkid, Energy. That is a great song, and I like it as well because it straight away, track number 3, it brings back the aggressive tone. It brings back the listenability of it. Like track number 2 was good to listen to, but I couldn't just chill with that on in the house and end up punching the walls or smashing up the kitchen. But this song is a song I can just listen to in the house. It's a song I can listen to in the car. When it's the summertime, if we're actually allowed to leave the country by then, that's a song that I would bring on holiday with me and play by the pool. I like what they've done there. What I would change, no disrespect to Kid Akuds at all, but Malik Berry happens to be one of my favourite UK African artists, and I definitely would have put Malik Berry on the chorus for that. Track number 4 is called Ignite, featuring JME and Dizzy Rascal. Might be blasphemy for some, but if you know me well, you already know I'm not a massive Dizzy Rascal fan. Yeah, I said it out loud. I'm a big JME fan, by the way, and of course, I'm a Chip fan. Let's see what this does.
Fire. I fuck. Fire. What the...
Big up Fanatics on production. They're some of my favourite UK producers. I love Fanatics. And for them, they do a lot of dancehall and like Caribbean influenced UK rap songs. So to hear them drop that in there was first of all very unexpected, but secondly, like, that's sick. I mean, I knew they could do hard beats, but I didn't know they ventured into that sound. So yeah, it's very, very sick to hear them do that. The big question on everyone's lips, well, the big question on my lips, I don't know about everyone else, was that aimed at Stormzy? F your single, that's not fire. F your mixtape, that's not fire. F your album, that's not fire. Every time you hear drop, Chip drop, fire. Could it be for Stormzy? He's got 2 diss tracks out on Stormzy now. Could be aimed at Stormzy, might not be. I loved it. It was everything I expected Jeremy to do. Good verse. Don't feel like I've heard a JME verse actually since his album dropped. I'm just racking my brains to think if he actually did any features. I'm going to be in trouble if he did now for forgetting that. And again, Dizzy Rascal's verse was cool, but as I said, I'm not a huge Dizzy Rascal fan, so I'm not overexcited about it. I'm surprised it wasn't called Fire, personally. The next song, track number 5, is called Grown Flex, produced by the Fanatics again. If you told me, maybe 4 years ago, that Chip and Bugsy Malone would be featuring on a track together, I definitely wouldn't have believed you. But they've dropped one recently called Notorious, which was a Bugsy Malone single. And now they have another one together called Grown Flex, which is Chip's single featuring Bugsy Malone. And this is it right here, track number 5. So I need to find something constructive to say about this song. I don't think I can. I like the sample. To be honest, that was really unexpected. The track called Notorious that they did together was hard. I like the sample. The sample comes from the classic bassline tune T2 Heartbroken, which was a breakout song for the bassline movement in the UK. That was one of the first mainstream songs. To be honest, I completely did not expect the song to sound like that, looking at it. Produced by Fanatics, Chip featuring Bugsy. Like, I thought that was going to be like a hard rap tune or a hard grime tune. I didn't expect it to be kind of flowery garage, if I'm honest. It feels like what they're trying to do with this is replicate what AJ Tracey did with Ladbroke Grove and make like an upbeat, mainstream, commercial, successful record. And I don't think it worked. I might be wrong because I'm probably, as a rap fan, I'm probably not the target audience with this song. I get that Chip's versatile and versatility is the key. That song definitely wasn't one for me. I didn't like the auto-tune sound on Chip. I didn't like that at all. Track number 6 is called Dono, produced by N to the A, legendary producer out here. I hope you know about him. Featuring Heady One as well. I hope this one isn't a letdown, I really do.
It's that I understand with. It's that
I like a lot about that song. Everything about the way it sounded, I did like. The only thing I wasn't massively hooked on is Heady One's verse. He's got a very, very laid back style. And even if you see him in the videos, he is extremely laid back. His facial expressions barely move. And that's something that at first I didn't like about him, but I kind of grew to like as I saw and heard more from him. I actually kind of like that about him now. That's just part of his personality. On this one though, he sounds almost too laid back to a point where his flow doesn't quite fit the beat. To me, as I'm listening to this, it just doesn't sound like he's bang on time. It sounds like if he had done another take, he could have got it a bit more on time. It sounds a bit out of time. That's the problem with it for me. Everything else about his verse was cool, the things he was saying, but it was the delivery for me that just didn't sound as sharp as it could have been. So a little bit disappointed with Heady One on that one, if I'm honest, which I am. I'm always honest in my reviews. Track number 7 is called 100K. It's produced by Fumes and featuring Mo Stack. I think that was the drill tune that I was talking about at the start. When I said I feel like there might be a drill song in there, produced by Fumes, it wasn't drill, it was grill. It was like grime and drill put together. Had the drill drum patterns, but the bass sound, it wasn't that signature drill bass that we're used to. So yeah, big up Fumes on production for that. I've never heard Mo Stack in that environment either. There were parts of his verse that I liked and I thought he sounded sick. There were other parts very, very slightly that sounded like it was running away with him a bit and he wasn't able to catch up. Would be interesting to see if he could do this live. I don't know where or under what circumstances he's going to be able to do it live, but it just would be interesting. Far from what I expected when I saw Chip featuring Mo Stack. I definitely expected more of like a 100 BPM, more upbeat one. Wasn't offended by it. I thought it was all right. Fits nicely. I can see why Chip now calls this a mixtape. It doesn't feel like there's really any concept to the tape. It feels massively like a collection of songs that he's made rather than a project, like an album project that he's made specifically for that project. I feel like he might have got to a certain point and thought, you know what, we've got so many singles in the bank now, let's just put them on a tape. So there's not really like, there's no flow or kind of story to it or anything. Track number 8, I am very excited to hear. It's another one produced by Fanatics, featuring the Gully God, Jamaica's very own Movado. In case you don't know, Chip and Movado already have 2 songs together, which in their prime absolutely smashed the clubs. And they also provide the bridge for Chip from being a rap artist to being like a dancehall artist almost. Like they do bridge the gap in a club. As a club DJ, they help bridge the gap between like a UK rap set and dancehall if I'm flipping between the genres. So I like it when Chip does this kind of stuff. The last tune he did with Movado was produced by Dreddy. This was produced by Fanatics. So I'm very, very interested to see the difference between that one and this one. Looking at the full track list, this is probably one of the ones that I'm most excited to hear. That was cold. I like that song. I do like it. Movado is actually definitely up there as one of my favourite Jamaican artists. Chip and Movado make incredible music together. Fanatics have made an amazing instrumental for that as well. The only thing I'd change about the song, it would have been good to hear Movado do the hook, to do the chorus. If Movado had sung the chorus, I feel like I would have enjoyed the song more. So in terms of the arrangement, what I would have done is put Movado on the chorus. I would have given Chip the second verse as well, and then maybe Movado like a bridge in between the last 2 choruses or something. Or either that or have them take turns on the chorus, like the first line Chip, the second line Movado, the third line Chip, fourth line Movado. Something like that would have made the song sound better in my humble opinion. I'm not mad at that song at all. That so far is definitely my favourite song on the project so far. Track number 9, T.U.R. Savage. Another one produced by Fanatics. They're absolutely killing it on this project. This one's called Top Shelf. What's crazy about this is not only is this showing off Chip's versatility as an artist for those people that didn't know about it, this is actually an incredible showcase for the Fanatics showing their abilities with the beat. We've already had a tune from them which is a grime record. We've already had a tune from them which is a garage record. We've just had a tune from them which is a dancehall record. Now we've got an Afrobeats record produced by them. Like, is there anything these guys can't produce? It's mad. Tia Savage sounds nice on the track as well. I like her as a feature on here. She's a Nigerian singer for those people that don't know or aren't familiar. The only thing I think that could have been improved with this is the chorus sung by Tia Savage. It wasn't overly clear what she was singing. You could hear the melodies, but the lyrics weren't perfectly clear. So the recording conditions might not have been great. I don't know. I can't tell you what was wrong with how it was made, but from me listening to it, I had the lyrics in front of me and I still couldn't very, very clearly hear every single word in the chorus. Again, when it comes to Chip as an MC, as a lyricist, this just shows he has topics. He's got bars for days. He doesn't run out of bars. He doesn't run out of topics either. This one's a good tune for the girls. One line stood out to me in there because it also features in my favourite reggae song ever, Taurus Riley, She's Royal. I love a natural beauty who doesn't need makeup to be a cutie. We obviously know Chip has his roots in Jamaica. We know he's a dancehall fan, but I like it when UK-born Jamaican artists do reference old reggae lyrics and stuff. Like they just tap into the heritage and the culture in there. And I like that. Track number 10 is called Skeletons, the interlude, and it's 3.5 minutes long. So if it's an interlude, I do hope it's a song. And not just 3.5 minutes of talking, which some interludes are. That was an interesting track. I'm not quite sure why it was really called the interlude and why it wasn't just committed to be like a full-blown song. Yeah, interesting. So it was called Skeletons, and the theme of the song was how many girls have you slept with, basically. How many bodies have you got? What's your body count? He's talking with grandma, he's talking with mum, and they're kind of ready for him to become a dad, but by the sounds of it, he's not quite ready for that. And I can't tell from the song if it's a regretful thing, if he's sad that he hasn't got kids yet, or if he's like, nah, because I'm not there yet. The instrumental sounded like something I could hear like Party Next Door on or something like that. So I quite like the vibe of that. I just didn't expect it. Absolutely no rapping, all auto-tune singing. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of rappers auto-tune singing when they can't sing. I don't know how I feel about it. It wasn't a bad song, but I just don't know if I like it for Chip. Here we go. Here's the best way to explain it. If I was at Chip's concert and he did that one live on stage, I'd probably stand still. But if I was at home and say I was like cleaning the kitchen with the radio on and it came on, I'd keep it on. Like it's that kind of song. So the producer of that last song actually features and produced this next song, track number 11, Eskimo Dance. Eskimo Dance is a live event, of course, where all the grime MCs used to jump on and shell, just do absolute madnesses on stage. So I don't know if this is going to be like a proper hard grime tune or if it's going to be like the last song, because Parker Igill produced the last song as well. Like the two sounds are miles apart from each other. So I'm extremely interested to see what this next one's going to sound like. Eskimo Dance, track number 11. Okay, grime. All right, we're going there. That one was okay. At first, it sounded like a grime beat. The way the drum pattern came in, I thought it was going to be a grime beat. The feature artist, Parker Igill, came in. He sounded like the singer Angel. I don't massively dislike it. As I like to say with these particular types of songs, if it wasn't on the project, I definitely wouldn't miss it. So I'm going to move straight on to track number 12, which is called No Reason, featuring Isa or Asia. And it's produced by Sticky, who is a legendary garage DJ / producer, made Miss Dynamite's Boo, to name just one of the very many massive songs and very, very sick songs from the UK garage era that he made. I'm expecting this one could be more of an upbeat, similar track to Grown Flex, track number 5. When I've made predictions during this mixtape, I've been wrong, so this could be a slow jam for all I know. Let's find out and see what it sounds like. Track number 12, No Reason. Yeah, so it was garage exactly like... No, look, I can't even say exactly like I thought it would be. But like my initial first instinct was to say that it was going to be like a two-step garage song. I'm glad I said it out loud now because it was. As I said earlier, I'm not a massive fan of the sound. I'm not a massive fan of that garage two-step sound, to be honest. The old school garage, cool. But for new songs, I just think it's a dated sound. One thing I really disliked about it was the chorus. Lyrically, it was just so random. So the singer, Asia, I'm just going to call her Asia. I'm sorry if that's not how you pronounce it. The lyrics are, if I could, I would just break her N-word's legs. Just give me one more flight. So then I could not leave. So then I just could not leave. I'd rather stay. Just give me one more night. Makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. If I could, I'd break someone's legs. Get me on a plane. So then I just could not leave. I'd rather stay. Give me another night. Doesn't make sense whatsoever. That to me feels like she's in the studio. She's got the melody. Right, I've got the melody here, but I don't know what to write. Just write anything. It's cool. Just record anything right now to that melody. So we've got it recorded. And later on, we'll just figure out new lyrics and we'll make it work. And then they forgot to figure out the new lyrics to make it work. I don't know what the lyrics are about there. I don't know why she's singing that, breaking legs and getting flights in the same sentence. Makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. So for that reason, I'm not a fan of number 12. No, not just for that reason. There's other reasons. Funnily enough, it's called No Reason. And I'm giving several. Track number 13 is called Killer MC. You may have already heard this one. I already have. I've seen the video. This is a direct shot at Stormzy. Headshots licking off, firing bullets, and still it goes unanswered.
I just black out, snap out, watch man tap out. It's back on, chip, can't back down, no back out.
Yeah, we all know that one was hard. Track number 13. Before we go on to the next one, if you're with me here, put into the comments, right? I think Stormzy needs to reply now. I think there's too many shots been fired at him. If he's the king of grime, if he's really wearing the crown, I feel like he has to reply. Do you think he's going to reply? And do you think there's an expiry date on the beef as well? Can he wait a year to reply? Can he wait until his album's ready to drop to reply? Or does he have to reply within a time frame? Has that time frame passed? That's the questions I'm asking you right now. Chuck it in the comments anyway. Let me know if you think Stormzy should be replying to Chip. We're all on the same page here. We all think he should be replying to Chip. Track number 14 is Jumping In, produced by Fanatics, called Lumidy, Young Ads, Young MA. I've heard this one already. It's got a 6 sample in it. We're going through it anyway though.
Yeah, you might end up in a club and you should be at home. And you should settle but don't wanna be alone. I seen.
So that sample of the flute in the background, in case you don't know, comes from a classic So Solid Crew rap record that came out, I want to say the early 2000s, but I might be wrong. You need to fact check me on the year. But the song is called Broken Silence by So Solid Crew. Great record. If you don't know it, make sure you go check it out after this review and you'll hear that flute very prominently. Fanatics are geniuses when it comes to production. And I don't know if geniuses is the plural for genius. Genii, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, they are it. They are that. Chip and Young Ads sound great on the record. Young M.A. actually does a good verse, but I'm not sure why Young M.A. is the feature artist here. It seemed a bit strange that she was a feature on that. Genre-wise, I feel like that's another dancehall record. So it's kind of cool to hear Young Ads on that tempo of beat, on that sort of song, and not like a trappy, synthy, wavy, bassy type tune. Young M.A. is a bit of a confusing feature. Now, Chip obviously was signed in America. He was signed to T.I.'s Hustle Gang at one point in his career. So I am surprised he hasn't got another US artist involved other than Young M.A. They might have a relationship, some sort of connection. I don't know. I don't know how or why she's on there. I'm not mad at it. I'm just surprised. It's just a strange feature to have. That song is probably my favourite off the tape. Very close. First and second place is between that one and Give Thanks, which is the Movado record. They're my first and second favourite tunes. Let's get straight on to Hershey's, which is the next track. Produced by M1 and features D Block Europe. M1, by the way, that I said earlier, is M1 on the beat. So yeah, the drill producer is making waves. So yeah, Hershey's, track number 15.
I'm back in my grind. I'm back and that's mine.
That was much like a D Block Europe track featuring Chip. Shouts to M1 on the beat. The beat was incredible. It was like an evolved drill beat. M1 on the beat is really starting to shine now, even more so. Like he's kind of spreading further than UK drill, and he's really starting to come with new sounds, which I quite like. Although it is a drill beat, it doesn't sound like a dated drill beat. This sounds like a 2021 drill beat. Should. Young Ads is a filthy bastard. That's all I'm going to say about him on that. Chip adopted and adapted Young Ads' style in that song. He was there with the auto-tune on, doing the D Block Europe signature wavy singy sound. What I would have liked to hear is for them to just do a bit of role reversal and for Chip to have done what he did, but for Young Ads to take the auto-tune off and rap on the beat. I would have quite liked to hear that. I think that would have made more of an impression, and that song would have had much more playability if they had actually done that. It wasn't an album filler. I think it's going to cater to the D Block Europe fans, most definitely the people that like that sound, that like that kind of music. Because of the sound, the tempo and the beat, it's going to fit kind of into like a drill mix. So it will fit with all of those sorts of songs sonically as well. So yeah, I'm not mad at it. It's not my favourite one, but It was cool. It was an alright song. Track number 16, featuring Styler G and Hailey from Western. This one's produced by Dreddy, the producer that I mentioned earlier, who made the Movado and Chip songs from the past. Party I Keep. So this one's going to be a dancehall record, I reckon. Again, another sick dancehall record from Chip. Like, I feel like the dancehall element to this project is outweighing the UK rap element. Chip's Jamaican side is taking over. I really like it. Dreddy's a fantastic producer. Hailey is an incredibly talented artist. Like, if you like the UK Caribbean sounding music, then you must be a fan of what Western are doing and what Hailey does in particular. I've compared Hailey in the past to Sway Lee from Ray Shremmerd. Hailey is like the UK's Sway Lee. Sounds fantastic on anything that he does. Like, he's very, very versatile, incredible songwriter, great hook writer, and just sounds brilliant. If you know me, you know my thoughts on Styler G already. I'm a huge fan of Styler G. The most recent interview on the channel is a Styler G interview as well. That's a shameless plug for you. Hit the interviews playlist after this and you'll be able to watch the Styler G interview with DJDUBL from the start of this year. What more can I say? I like Chip with the patois flow. Like, I like him when he puts on his Jamaican flow. I do like him. Like, he could be a very successful UK dancehall artist, but the fact that he's got bars for days and is actually a sick rapper and an incredible grime MC, this guy is a triple threat. But definitely the dancehall side of this project is the dominant force for me right now. The next track's called Own World, featuring Dirtbike LB from D Block Europe, of course. So I kind of think this is probably going to sound like the last one, like Hershey's with D Block Europe. It could be a curveball and take me completely by surprise, but I doubt it. So track number 17, Own World.
Mubs got beats.
Mubs Got Beats was the producer. Chip did his thing on it as well. Chip was great on that. I liked the sound of it. I liked the tempo. I liked the style that it was. I really do feel like Dirtbike LB let the team down. Started his verse with Percocet. Like, I find it boring. Rappers rapping about Percocet all the time. Like, no one takes that shit anyway. Like, I genuinely find that stuff boring now in music in 2021. It just doesn't have a place. Maybe I'm the wrong audience here, but I don't know. Personally, although I like some of their records, I do question how long D Block Europe have doing this style with Percocet, sucking, you know what, doing this and that. Like, I wonder how long they've got left where they can just have that as their topics. The quality of his recording as well was terrible. Didn't sound as clear as Chip's. Like, very, very clearly they weren't in the same space when they recorded this. Either that or the settings on Dirtbike's auto-tune weren't correct, because there was definitely something off about his verse and the way it was recorded. I would have preferred to have M. Huncho on this record. I think he would have done a better job on this. Or there's an artist you might be familiar with called Park Hill. He would have been great on this track. He would have done a better job on this than Dirtbike LB. So yeah, it was a good song, but if I was to ever put it into a mixtape or play it out, I probably would cut Dirtbike's bit out of it. Again, I'm just being honest. I didn't like that bit. So the next track is produced by Virus187. It's called 0420. I know Chip is a smoker. I know he loves to blaze the weed. So I reckon this is a ganja song.
Virus187.
Cold. That one, that was needed. I've got goosebumps, man. The UK rap side of Chip just came out, and I think that's now my favourite song on the tape. That is my favourite song on the tape. Very fitting tribute to Black the Ripper, who sadly passed away last year. And it's actually mad that Chip pointed out he passed in April 2020, which is the 4th month of the 20th year for 0420, hence the name of the track. And also, if you're a smoker, you might know this if you're not a smoker, 20th of April is the smoking day. Nationally, internationally, everybody smokes. They're the numbers right there, 420, 0420, April 2020. when Black the Ripper died. Sad song. Hearing that, I never even realised him and Chip were friends. So yeah, it's very sad to hear that, and Chip's pouring his heart out on this track. There's also a sample in there from a track called Missing You by Black the Ripper. The sample work on this tape is incredible. That's a great song. That is a song that I could listen to several times over, really. And I think hear more and more each time. When it comes to artists using tracks as a diary and really putting their feelings out, I'm a big fan of that. R.I.P. Black the Ripper. Great song. Track number 19 is called Hot 97, the outro. Now that one's called the outro, and that was another great example of just straight UK rap. Hot 97, I'm guessing, I didn't count, but I'm pretty sure that was 97 bars. At first I thought that might have been a Hot 97 freestyle, but yeah, I think that was probably 97 bars. Produced by Dreddy, another very versatile producer. He's incredible, man. You should check out Dreddy's catalogue. He does a lot of work with Busta Rhymes as well. So the next track is the first of 2 bonus tracks. It's called Flowers. It's already out there. Made massive noise at the end of 2020 because this was one of the tunes that Chip aimed straight at Stormzy. It's another one where he's just firing nothing but shots. Yeah, this one absolutely rung off. Beat was sick. Delivery's sick. Everything's sick about it. Even though I've heard it and even though it's cold, we're going to go through it again. So yeah, I said everything that needed to be said before that song. I really think Stormzy needs to respond. Just saying. So the last one on the project right here is Chip's Daily Duppy, which has been put out there as one of the best Daily Duppies from 2020. In case you're not familiar, Daily Duppy is GRM's freestyle platform. All the artists go through and basically do non-stop bars. No choruses, nothing like that. It is worth watching the video for this. Shout out to the editor that does all of GRM's Daily Duppies. They do an incredible job with the video editing. It's probably in my top 3 Daily Duppies for 2020. There you go, that's another project review right here on DJDUBLTV. Thank you very much for watching and listening with me. Once again, let me know your thoughts to the project. Let me know your thoughts on my opinions, etc, etc. If there's anything that I missed out, anything that you think I should have said about it, anything that you want to say about it, just chuck it straight down in the comments down there. Let me know what you feel. And don't forget, check out all the other content on the channel as well. There's artist interviews, like in-depth interviews with some of the biggest artists in the UK, Jamaica and America. There's other project reviews there. We're doing one a week at least at the moment because there's so much music coming out. Also got episodes of the podcast which are down in the channel homepage as well. And brand new series for 2021. Got mixes, brand new music mixes going up on the channel. There's loads of content and we're literally that far away from hitting 10,000 subscribers. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, join the DJDUBLTV family. Thanks very much for watching.